Good morning and welcome back to the Dive Hub. I'm Gary, and today we're taking a detour, and it starts with Airbnb. Remember the early days of Airbnb? It felt revolutionary. Anyone with a spare room, a treehouse, or a yurt could suddenly become a host. For travelers, it was brilliant. More choice, more character, often cheaper than hotels. Overnight, the travel world felt democratized, but that freedom came with some chaos. Standards, they were all over the place. You could book a seaside cottage and end up with a damp shed with a kettle that predated Bluetooth. Some hosts nailed it. Others could have done with some more nails. So Airbnb, well, they had to grow. They had to get stricter standards. They had a rating system, penalties, and then you know what? Government stepped in. Licenses, taxes, zoning laws. Suddenly being a host wasn't just handing over a key, it was compliance, branding, paperwork. Does any of that sound familiar? Because what Airbnb did to accommodation, training agencies have done to diving. They lowered the barriers, opened the floodgates, and in the process created an oversupplied, under-regulated marketplace. Now, that's not a bad thing in and of itself. It made diving more accessible. It gave passionate people a way to build businesses, and it also created inconsistency. Inconsistency in training, in safety, and in service. And just like Airbnb, we're now entering the next phase. The phase where standards matter, where trust matters, where the operators that adapt early, well, they win. Globally, diving is still niche. We're not at hotel scale, and that's protected us. But protection isn't the same as preparation. We've flown under the radar not just because we're small, but because we've built our own regulatory framework. The RSTC, the Recreational Scuba Training Council. It was a gentleman's agreement, a way to self-regulate, set minimum standards, and keep government out. But now, questions are being asked about effectiveness, about accountability. And at this year's DEMA show, some tough conversations are on the table for those involved stakeholders. Governments are starting to notice. Insurance companies are tightening up. Tourism boards are asking tougher questions. In Thailand, instructor ratios are being forcibly changed, and new divers are being banned from carrying cameras. In the Philippines, shops are being audited by the National Commission. In Malta, professional negligence can land you in a criminal court. Now, this isn't fear-mongering, it's just where we are. Regulatory change is coming, and either we, as an industry, and as its participants, we shape those changes, or they'll be imposed on us by people from the local health and safety executive. Now, the smart operators, they're not waiting to be told. They're documenting gear servicing. They're writing standard operator procedures for their entire operation and actually measuring compliance. They're training staff in risk management and learning how to build dynamic risk plans as a team. Meaning when something goes wrong, and it will, eventually, they respond faster, smarter, and together. They're building relationships with local regulators, insurance providers, and tourism boards, not just to tick boxes, but to build trust and long-term resilience. But here's the key. It's not enough to do these things. Operators need to communicate them. Because if you're a diver choosing where to spend your money, you deserve to know the difference between a well-trained, risk-aware, safety-first dive team and a water-based Uber with tanks. There will be a cost to doing things better. There will be a cost to improving safety. And as an industry, we need to do a better job at explaining why that's a cost worth paying. Not just for peace of mind, but for better dives, better outcomes, and better memories. If you're a diver watching this, there's a decision point coming for you too. A lot of people look at PADI or SSI or NAUI and think, those are the regulators. They should be dealing with the dodgy instructors, the sketchy shops, the unethical behavior towards women and local dive staff. But that's never been their role. They're training agencies, not enforcement bodies. Their mission since the 1980s has been to increase access to affordable training, not to police the industry. So here's the question. Do you want safer diving for the masses, more professionalism from people teaching you, guiding you and keeping you alive underwater? Or do you want less control, more adrenaline, more risk, and the knowledge that sometimes some of us won't come back? Now I get it. For some old school divers, especially the ones who see regulation as government overreach, this all sounds like red tape. Like the fun police are coming to take away your freedom. But let's be honest, that's a bit egotistical and frankly, a little bit childish. Because this isn't about banning adventure, it's about making sure the adventure doesn't end in tragedy. You can still dive wrecks, chase sharks, explore caves, but you should know your guide's qualified, your gear serviced, and your emergency plan isn't just hope for the best. That's not bureaucracy, that's basic respect for the sport and for each other. If you're a dive shop, especially a small one, we all know how much safety costs. We also know how much is the cost of compliance. I saw it firsthand with the introduction of Sarbanes-Oxley regulations after the WorldCom and Enron crashes. Suddenly, every business had to prove how it operated, not just that it operated. And trust me, the last thing you want is to wait until a new regulator decides on the controls it wants to impose, because that's going to be as expensive as hell. So, as an operator, start small, start smart. Document your maintenance. How do you do it? When do you do it? Document your other processes too. How you actually operate, how you run your day-to-day, how you make those judgment calls. Prepare these as a set of instructions that you could hand to a new employee. So from almost day one, they understand how you work. That's not just future-proofing your business. That's a tangible benefit right now. Have a look at your insurance. Is it enough? Talk to your instructors. Are they up to date? More importantly, are they fit to dive? And are they confident with your emergency procedures? Then, over time, take a look at those new documented procedures with your team. Look for the obvious gaps, the things that you'll glance at and say, yeah, that's bad. And make simple process improvements. Tighten up the loose ends. This will start you on a journey that we might be forced into down the line anyway. So when the clipboards arrive, and it will, you'll be ready and your clients will thank you. So yes, diving's Airbnb moment is coming down the line, if you believe the people close to the RSTC. The closed-door stakeholder meetings in Orlando at DEMA this year will be the first time all the major players sit down and really express themselves. And that conversation, it could fundamentally change how diving is regulated. We're sure as hell not ready for a UK-style HSE framework, and we shouldn't wait to find out what that regulatory framework might look like. Now, this isn't meant to be fear-mongering. It's about leadership. It's about building resilience and safety into every small dive operation. Not because we're forced to, but because we believe it's the right thing to do. Because the future of diving isn't just about depth, it's about standards. And the best time to raise them is before somebody else does it for you. Thanks for watching this video, guys. I appreciate it, as always. Make sure you splash down on the like button, hit subscribe, the bell icon to be notified of any new content as it becomes available, and most importantly, stay diving. See you soon.